Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel. And this is your match preview of Burnley versus Chelsea tomorrow, 3 o'clock kickoff time, obviously at Turf Moor. Burnley this season, you could say they've struggled this season, but in recent weeks after their transfer window, they're looking better and better. Obviously, they were one of the teams early in the season where they were proper hit by COVID and, they had many games postponed, hence why they were at the bottom of the league for a while. But in terms of this season, you know what? Recently, they've been picking good results. Recently, I think in their last Premier League game, they beat Brighton away 3-0. That's a very good win for them. That was a big win for them. They drew it with the likes of Manchester United at home recently. They went away to Arsenal and got a 0-0 draw. So it's clearly that against the big teams this season, they gave Liverpool a good game at Turf Moor, even though they lost the game. But they're showing this season that they're always difficult to beat. The chances of them staying up for me are probably very high. I think, the teams that are seriously in trouble, I think Everton, I think Leeds and Brentford, I think are in serious trouble. I think the other two teams that are down there in the relegation zone will go, Norwich and flipping Watford. Our next couple games is actually against teams who are around the relegation zone. So after this game, we've got Norwich away and then Newcastle at home. But it looks like they're going to get out of the relegation zone after their business that they've done in January, which is fair enough. But it's a big preview. Obviously, they've got the likes of Cornet. If you know him, he's not the type of player Burnley would actually exactly go for. He's a trickery player. He's got pace. He's got skill. He has the ability to score some goals and create chances for his teammates as well. And also another player that I think they've upgraded on. Obviously they let Chris Wood go for 25 million, and they spend that money very wisely. 12 million on Weghorst, the Wolfsburg striker, who, you know what, is looking really good. I've seen him in games against Tottenham in which they beat. I've seen him in the game against Brighton. I saw him in the game against Man United. The guy's gonna look like a real threat. 6'6" powerhouse. He's got great feet for a tall brother like him. So he's clearly gonna be a threat tomorrow, and he's gonna literally be taller than all of our centre backs that play tomorrow. So that's gonna be a challenge for the likes of Thiago Silva if he plays, Rudiger, Trevor, or Christensen, or whoever plays at the back three tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Obviously, we drew 1-1 to them in the last game at Stamford Bridge. We absolutely battered them. We created chance after chance after chance after chance. I remember Barkley skied one, Havertz skied one, Hudson-Odoi missed a couple as well, Reece James. It was just complete madness that day. And they eventually got the 1-1, and they're showing that they're a resilient team that can hang in there and just get that one opportunity and probably take it. Obviously, 4-4-2, Sean Dyche style. They'll sit back. They won't give us any space between the lines. They won't look to press us. They'll just look to hit us on the break, play long balls, and they'll rely on set pieces as well. So we've got to be careful for those threats tomorrow. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel did do his press conference today. Talked about a couple of things that I found interesting. For example, the thing with Petr Cech. Obviously, Marina's ill, so she couldn't be with the team yesterday to sort of give a speech like Cech did yesterday. Cech probably just told them about what's going on, the situation, and everything they need to know. Probably what the players already know. And Cech also told them there's no assurances because look, we don't know at the end of the day pretty much who's going to be the new owner of Chelsea Football Club. Tuchel has expressed, though, that he hopes that Cech stays and Marina stays because he has a great working relationship with them. And he was obviously asked about what his future could be. And he said, look, I love England. I love the tradition. He's a football man. He loves football in general, and he loves Chelsea Football Club. He thinks Chelsea's the perfect fit for him. And I love to hear that. I love to hear that. And I hope whoever the new owners come in, just, back him, and they can have a good relationship with Marina and Petr Cech, two people I hope really stay because I think those two will be very important for how Tuchel would want to succeed at Chelsea. I don't think Tuchel's going to want too much change. Yes, the ownership is huge, but to change the ownership, but also, sort of members of the board, if Marina left, if Cech left, then it'd cause a bit of a, how do I say it? It'd cause a bit of disturbance for Tuchel and uncomfortability, in my opinion, because I think those two I think are very important for him and, you know, what he wants to achieve at Chelsea. And I think they understand that too, Mourinho and Petr Cech. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that stuff. Another thing Tuchel pointed out was Ruben Loftus-Cheek. This is interesting here because he said, obviously in the game against Luton, he thought he played well. Obviously, he had a shy start, like he said, in the first half because obviously he was playing in the middle of a back three. But as the game grew on, and he specifically said the last 20-25 minutes when he was playing in the six, he played really, really well. And he said the number 6 position is his best position. And I do understand that because Ruben is someone who he's got that physical presence in midfield. Where physically he's very, very strong. He knows how to protect the ball. He can get the ball from deep and, you know, find one skill, one movement, and off he goes to use his dribbling, to use his skill set, and, you know, just to release the ball and, you know, for then Chelsea to go and try and create stuff. And I think, you know, that's one of his biggest strengths, Ruben. His press resistance, his dribbling ability to get out of tight situations. And doing that in a six is probably better for him in a system like this, in a 3-4-3. If we're playing a 4-3-3, then maybe an 8 could be his position because obviously on the Sarri he played that. So we'll see what happens in terms of Ruben. I think in terms of his future, look, whether he stays or not, I'm not quite sure. It depends on what he wants. It depends on what Tuchel wants. It depends on how much trust he puts into him, how much minutes he plays, because he is 26 and he needs to play as much as possible. So we'll see in terms of that. But yeah, the press conference is on Chelsea's YouTube channel. You'll find everything there. Let's get on with the predicted lineup. So obviously, the formation I'm going to pick is a 3-4-3. I would pick 4 at the back, but I don't think we particularly would need to do that in this game for various reasons, and I'll tell you why. Obviously, in goal, Mendy. It's really simple as that. Nice and easy. The back three, Rudiger is the left-sided centre back. Thiago Silva for me comes back in the team. Obviously, Tuchel did give team news that Trevor Chalobah is back in training. Thiago Silva's back in training as well. Reece James is fine. Hakim Ziyech is fine. He said he had to talk to the doctors afterwards to see what happens with Azpilicueta because Aspi was not in training yesterday. So it's probably unlikely that Azpilicueta will be involved in tomorrow's game or even be in the matchday squad. So yeah, that's in terms of team news. No fresh injuries, nothing new. So that is very, very good news. We need to have as little injuries as possible because, yeah, it's just getting annoying that we have these many injuries. But yeah, for me, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and the other centre back for me would be Trevor Chalobah, putting him back in the team. I thought, you know, he deserves to get rewarded after his performance against Liverpool. As he grew into the game, I thought I got better and better. The wing backs, I play Marcos Alonso as left wing back. Simple as that. There's no other person. I won't play Sarr there. And I think against Luton tomorrow, we're gonna have a lot of the possession, and I don't think Sarr is good on the ball, so that is easy. And plus, I'm playing wing backs, so Alonso's the easy option, isn't he? Same with the other side, Reece James, no one else to play there. I'm not playing Hudson-Odoi there. I don't want to see Pulisic there either. Reece James, he's fit, he's ready to go. It looks like there's no setbacks in his game, and yeah, I'd play him there. Now the midfield's a bit of a tougher one because there's obviously 4 options for me personally that I'd love to pick in this game, but one of them for me, certified, is in. Kovacic in the team, back in the team, been our best midfielder this season. Now the other one has been a bit of a debate for me because I'm thinking to myself, Jorginho's performance against Luton, I didn't like it. And I thought when Ruben played there for the last 20-25, he done more in that role than Jorginho did in his whole game there. But then there's Kante as well, who just got rested. But is Kante really needed for a game like this? I don't know personally. So for me, Kovacic is in there. And the other person I've decided to pick, I'm going to pick Jorginho in this game. Because at the end of the day, right, yes, Ruben had a good 20-25 minutes, but at the end of the day, the guy's just a squad player and we need to pick up points and we need to pick the players that we think will be reliable in their best position. At the end of the day, Jorginho is our number 1 choice in terms of who will play as the deeper role, who will play as the 6, despite Ruben's performance. So for me, play Jorginho there, not Kante. Kante, I don't think needs to play. I don't mind if he does, but I don't think he needs to play. Because like I said, I think we'll control most of the game. And people say, oh, but Burnley on the counter-attack. Burnley are not that quick on the counter-attack. The only pacey player on the counter-attack is Maxwell Cornet. That's it. So I expect Jorginho and Kovacic to be comfortable if Burnley try go on the counter-attack tomorrow and I expect them both to just show a bit of their aggression, a bit of their awareness as well, and just close out the spaces and close out the passing lanes, and just get stuck in tomorrow, because against Burnley physically you're gonna have to get stuck in. Jorginho knows that, but who knows what will happen tomorrow. So yeah, for me, I'd just play Jorginho and Kovacic. If he wants to play Kante for the physical aspect, for the energy aspect, fair enough. But yeah, in terms of the front three, I think this is really easy. Ziyech down the right hand side. He's back in training. He's fully fit. He's been in good form. For me, let's continue that. Let's just go back to the way he was beforehand. Let's go. Ziyech down the right hand side. Let him cook. Let him cook. On the left hand side, I'd give it to Pulisic as well. For me, there's no one else for me that deserves a spot there right now. Timo Werner, he's gonna play against a low block, and Timo Werner is not good against a low block. You saw that the other day. Despite getting 2 assists and a goal, he was pretty poor in the other game. So I'm not gonna play him there. Hudson-Odoi, don't think he deserves to play at the moment. So yeah, Pulisic's there. He's another player I've always said, give him a consistent run of games. I want him to be given a run of games consistently and see what he does. He played well against Lille. He had an okay game against Liverpool. He didn't play midweek, but let's play him in the game tomorrow and let's see how he does. Hopefully he can get a couple goals. The last time he played at Turf Moor, he scored a hat-trick. So hopefully we can get something similar to that tomorrow. And up front, Kai Havertz. No Lukaku. Yes, Lukaku scored a goal, but when I look at Lukaku and Timo Werner's characteristics and how they want to play against teams, Burnley's not it tomorrow. Now, people may say with Lukaku, physically he's opposing, he's a big man. Maybe he can give their centre-backs a tough time. Well, recently, the brother hasn't been doing that, and on top of that, the guy isn't even winning his aerial duels nowadays. He's losing them to Mark flipping Gahey. No disrespect. I like the guy, but come on now. This is different levels. Mark Gahey's a kid, for a centre-back. And Lukaku's an experienced striker who's supposed to be top 5 in the world, but he lost that battle. So how do I expect him to win against Tarkowski and Ben Mee tomorrow? Kai Havertz will physically be more opposing to them than Lukaku will be, because at least Kai will move and give them trouble. And plus, Lukaku wants to run in behind. Burnley ain't going to give you that space to run in behind. They'll sit back, 4-4-2, done, really. And they'll try going the counter-attack. So yeah, play Kai Havertz tomorrow. He'll bring that fluidity. He'll make us play as a better team. Let him drift off to the right, to the left. Let him drop deep if he needs to be. Make him make runs in behind if there's space to make runs in behind. And yeah, that's the team I'd play tomorrow. It's as simple as that. Tell me the team that you would play. In terms of a score prediction, I'm going to go with... it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. I do not think Burnley will score. I don't think Burnley will score. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win. I think it's going to be a really, really tough game. I've noticed when Chelsea play against teams who play a 4-4-2, it's a bit of a trouble. It's a bit of trouble because obviously they have their 2 forwards against our 3 centre-backs. And then obviously they've got, their wingers as well that can cause trouble if they get past our wing-backs. So I think the back three are going to have a lot of work to do tomorrow, especially in the air, because like I said, Rudiger's about 6'2", I think 6'1". Thiago Silva's only 6 foot. Trevor, I think, is only 6 foot or something like that. Weghorst is 6'6", so I expect him to win probably a lot of aerial duels tomorrow. So it could get peak, but who knows? I don't think they'll score, but I think they will give us a really, really tough game. And I think we'll score 2 goals tomorrow. Goals can come courtesy of... you know what? Ziyech can get one tomorrow, and I think Havertz will get one tomorrow. So, yeah, that's my score prediction, 2-0. Tell me yours down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications, follow my social media down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the play ratings and my match review. See you lot then. Peace.